Operation Blockbuster rounds up 31 suspects in central and northern New York connected to two major drug trafficking networks, according to the state attorney general's office. Two indictments claim the one-year investigation netted police $300,000 worth of fentanyl, some mixed with heroin, along with a pound of meth and other drugs and weapons. The drugs, they say, sold in 5 counties, including Jefferson and St. Lawrence. Of the two indictments, one pertains to the North Country. The state calls it the Castro Group and says it brought significant quantities of fentanyl from the Bronx to the Syracuse area to the North Country area to sell. One Adams Center woman is said to be part of that group, 35-year-old Tara Frederick. Court documents say Frederick met another person at a Taco Bell in Syracuse to get narcotics. She faces a felony drug charge. Already, though, resides in Jefferson County Jail on a drug charge, according to officials. Another suspect, 21-year-old Divine Mobley of Syracuse, also known to local police. In September, he pleaded guilty to criminal possession of a controlled substance after a June traffic stop at a Watertown hotel. Police say Mobley had 1,300 glassine envelopes of fentanyl at that time. Jefferson County District Attorney Christina Mills says Mobley was just sentenced to 3 years in state prison.